Morning, everybody. Jim with R&J. Hey, conversation last night with Rick. We're fishing together today, so it's the question we always come up with: where are we going to go? And it was kind of an easy decision. For whatever reason, this year these marinas on the western shore of Lake Erie and the southern shore of Lake Erie, where we're fishing today, have been stuffed with largemouth. So the temperatures are right. Largemouth are starting to bed. They're up tight to the rocks, closest dock poles to shore. They're kind of easy to target, and the quality and the quantity we've been getting so far in these trips in these marinas has been fantastic. So hey, tag along with us. Rick and I are doing a little fishing on Lake Erie marinas, largemouth, R&J bass. Let's go fishing.
So here's a question. You said you're losing a lot of fish. Is it because they're not necessarily eating it, they're nipping at it or moving it away from their bed, where they're just mouthing it and spitting it? There we go. Jim and I are just trying to figure this out here today, and it definitely could be a finesse bite. We've been working it over with a bunch of different lures. This one here came on a wacky worm, and they are just not on an aggressive bite. We actually thought we weren't around fish, just trying to figure it out in this new area, but I think the fish are here. We just got to slow down and use soft plastics and work the area over nice and slow. So we do that, I think we'll have a little more success as the day rolls on.
It could have been pre-spawn. Well, but I'd be willing to bet there's X amount of them in here that are still pre-spawn.
Yeah, I mean 61 degrees.
Yeah. Little better fish, not a huge chunk, but a little bit better. We decided to come back in some of these channels. Water's a touch stained, but Rick and I figured out somewhat of a finesse bite that seems to be working okay, and there's a decent one.
There we go. Picked up. Jim and I were just talking about small baits, and we got a good one here, and picked up on a Ned rig. Small baits, been using these larger lures. They've been ignoring them, spinner baits, jigs, and now we're getting a little more finessey and getting a little better fish.
Chunk.
Nice little chunk of largemouth there. And he choked it down pretty good too. There we go. Nice largie. And I think we're finally piecing it together this morning.
He was way offshore. We are narrowing in on the truth. Refining the crankbait bite, and we're picking up some fish.
There you go. A little better one. Not a bad one. A tight one here on the bank. Yep. A little better fish. A little more typical Lake Erie. I think we got just a chunky little male here, just working down this channel with cranks. Tighten the bank, plucked a decent one. Now here's some of the things, the little process we went through, just to give you an idea. I started my day out with a wide wobbling crankbait here. Wide back, extra wide wobble, figuring they'll pick it up in this dirty water, stained water. Never had a bump on that. You think, okay, they're not on a crankbait bite. You know, so we started changing out some different baits. And then I went from there. I thought, well, maybe they're on a flat-sided crankbait. You know, I throw on a little wooden one, bouncing that off of some structure and stuff. You can see the head's beat up on that. Nothing hitting on that. Thinking, okay, maybe the color. So we start thinking darker colors. Another flat-sided crankbait, no hits on it. I thought maybe more of a shad color, went into that. that didn't work for us either. And between Jim and I, we started figuring these out, talking back and forth while we're out. So I went through all these crankbaits, and when we switch out, I put on a darker wigglewort, started getting some bites, a lighter colored ones, got a couple bites. So we figured out smaller size and dark colors. Then next process from there, we worked up tight to the bank and literally right on the rocks. That's where we're getting all of our hits. We've worked stuff all the way back to the boat, 7 foot of water, not getting anything deep. Everything is tight, whether it's a reaction strike to males guarding their fry, we're not quite sure, but definitely turned a slow day into a very good day for a number of bites we're getting. So just keep working through. Just because you don't get a bite on a crankbait don't mean they're not on a crankbait bite. Just keep rotating through and piece it together with your partner if you're out with there, and between the two of you, you'll find something that they're hitting on that day.
Little better fish. There we go. Sticking with the smaller crankbaits. Pulled a little better fish. Not one of the big females that we know are in here, but a little better quality. There we go.
There we go. And one hooked up here. Taking me into the dock. Oh, we got him out. And that's a decent one. Hooked into a decent one here on a crankbait, tight to shore. There we go. Another little decent male out here fishing the marina. Small cranks. Jim and I put a pattern together here, tight to the bank. Bloody tail on this guy. You can tell he was probably guarding some fry. Yeah.
Speed up a little bit. I got one coming in right here.
You betcha. You bet. Thanks for the heads up.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. He's going in that dock right there.
Yep, I'm gonna cruise right past it.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no problem. You guys do any good today or not?
I was so bored I went down to the happy hooker and bought me a new tackle box, so I'm going to organize.
Oh, there you go.
You know, hell, if you can't fish, you might as well go spend money on it.
That's always fun too.
It's too early to start drinking.
There you go.
Well, you know, maybe it's not.
Look at here. Hooked up on another one here. Getting some nice jumps out of them. Our little feisty male. Another one. I think they're just swiping at these baits, going after. Thanks, guys. You did it. I appreciate it. Yep, nice one looking chicken with black fin on that guy. I bet he was guarding fry.
Still uptight. Changing it up a little bit. Got a black and blue swim bait. Not a lot of people throw this color, but the last few seasons I've had some great success with it. Not too bad. Little better fish.
Sorry about that, guys.
How'd you do?
Good. It's a
No, we didn't get out. We got out there, we saw the big waves, and we just turned around. This boat you can't, you know.
Dude, that boat you'd beat the hell out of yourself.
I think so too, yeah.
I'm almost wondering if
Went back with the wigglewort and caught a decent one. There we go. Quick release.
Oh, there we go. Hooked up on our one. Literally, first crank off the bank. What a blast. Piecing this together today out here. And that's all part of the fun for Jim and I. You come out here and you try to piece it together. Today we started off plastics, power baits, working things. Jim figured out early on that it was more of a slow finesse bite. And then we sort of figured out we needed small baits. And Jim's hooked up right now as we speak. And not only small baits, we had to change the color. We had lighter color baits. We went to darker color baits, and bingo. And I'll let Jim finish this out here. He's got one back there. He'll fill you in on what he's doing.
I'm scrambling to get a fish that I flopped on the deck. Rick's throwing crankbaits with great success up tight. I'm dropping a little bit deeper and dragging a black-blue swim bait along the bottom, but we're catching some chunkier fish like we keep talking about. We haven't capitalized on big females yet, but we're getting the bigger males too.
Are the bass cooperating in this weather?
Moderately.
Moderate? Well, that's okay then.
It took a while to get something going.
What are you doing? No hooking pants.
Be the biggest one we caught all
You
day.
think you got Billy Bass by the ass. One thing, it's a lot nicer in here than it is out there.
Oh, yeah. I see you ain't trying to go out there today. Take a look and say, no thanks.
Yeah.
But your boat would be fine out there.
And nothing's good in this kind of shit.
I know, you beat your heck out of your body, your equipment.
This first I've been out, I wanted to go out. If it had been the second time, I'd have said to hell with it.
Yeah. I mean, even the teeth of the bass, but you know, a lot of these fish have been hooked on the outside. There you go. Decent enough.
Bouncing back and forth, swim baits, crankbaits, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Decent fish on a swim bait. There you go.
Yeah,
Little
make
chunky.
that turn, especially if you're on the back side of the dock, you know, where the wind's taking you away from it. There we go. Real tight. Pitching a little crawl up there and hooked into one of those males. Guy's got a little spunk to him. Yeah, he's got a little spunk. Got some funky stuff on his head. There we go. Another decent fish here today. That one choked down a craw. And give this little motor a tap here. Using that on just a little jig head craw, dragging along the edge, and he was hugging the bank.
That guy ate it. A little chunkier. Rick and I are just finishing up the day, throwing some cranks. It's been shallow bait fish pattern all day for us, and a couple more fish before we head home, but a decent one.
There we go. Started to get away from this crankbait bite here at the end. I picked up a craw just to drag it along the bottom, and Jim and I are both hooked up here. Nice.
Doubled up. Oddly enough, the crankbait bite has slowed down a little bit. Ricky picked up a craw, banged one. I'm throwing my black blue swim jig, banged another one. So here's how we'll finish out our day. Nothing huge. We had a fantastic day as far as quantity goes. Like Rick mentioned earlier, with this crankbait demo, ruling out what's not working, what's working, trying to be efficient. When him and I fish together, Rick, what's your chunk? And he's throwing a jerkbait. If I got a jerkbait, I set it down, pick up a spinner bug. If I'm throwing a spinner bug, he asks, he'll set it down, throw a Ned head, just to gain efficiency. Today we caught a ton of fish. If we didn't work together the way we do, we might not have had the quantity day we did. We didn't get any big kickers. We got a bunch of them that were pushing 2 3/4 and 3, that kind of thing. But being efficient, ruling out what's not working, focusing on changing up different lures to find out what the fish are keying on, gain efficiency, be more productive on the water, and that's kind of how we ended up today. No kickers, good quantity, but all in all, a good day here on Lake Erie Marina. So hey, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Check out that fish action with R&J Bass Fishing. Till next time, we'll see you again on the water.